hello to Jazzie Belle.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jazzie Belle.
Welcome to Hollywood, baby.
You're my favorite animal.
You're blinded by the action. You need that.
I was auditioning for it and I didn't get the part.
Ooh, child, speak about it.
I was like, oh, we about to
Blow up.
That is a great question. Nobody has ever asked me that.
And this is a story I don't even know if Martin knows.
You know what else is delicious? You two chemistry.
King is Richard Pryor.
You know.
And that's forever.
That's a very good question. My sister from Detroit.
You'll come out of here laughing, you come out of here inspired.
John Singleton believed in your script, Hustle and Flow, so much that he put up his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to get in there and bring my A game with me.
Welcome to Inside Hollywood with Jazzie Belle. This is going to be a good time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Inside Hollywood. I'm your host, Jazzie Belle, and today we have an amazing show because we have an amazing guest. We are here with Grammy Award-winning singer, songwriter, and producer, the one and only Anthony Hamilton. Hi, Anthony.
Hey, how are you, Miss Jazzie?
I'm good. Look, I'm so excited about this because you got so much going on. We have to talk about the record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you made a food of me, the return of Charlene. I mean, the record is amazing. We see Charlene is back, and I want to know all the details. How?
See, I knew you were going to start that. I knew it. Well, as I sip this tea, the thing that happened, you know, I wanted to go into to this new cycle, into this new open world with something that was powerful and to take people into a whole new feeling, and music is a safe way to do it and to reconnect to something that they're familiar with, like Charlene. That relationship, that time of my life, it was powerful, and I felt like it was just time for them to get back into it. Let's see what's happening. Let's see, after all these years, almost 20 years, to see her for the first time, and you know, what's going on, what's up, Charlene, where you been? 2 kids later, and you know, things, you know, I need some answers.
I need some answers. I'm gonna keep it real with you because that debut album, Coming From Where I'm From, was amazing. It's still to this day one of my top favorite albums. I'm a Mess, that's my favorite cut.
Wow.
That's how you know I'm a true fan of the album.
Yeah. That's you know what? That was 4 a.m. in the morning, like the same relationship, like 4 in the morning, upstate New York, I think New Rochelle. And it just came out, man. I was like, you know what? I'm not good. I'm not good right now. I'm not in my best place. And to sing like that at 4 a.m., you got to be going through something. You could have called, you could have wrote, you could have tried. Well, you slit me across the throat so I can die. Me and my girl, Janine, she wrote the hook. She had been going through something. She had an unhealthy relationship that, you know, we both were kind of going through some things. So we joined forces and made this song amazing. See,
you have been dubbed the narrator of love. And I love that title so much because love is up, love is down, love is good, love is bad, and everything in between. And you have been the voice of that. You showed us when things are good, and you got us with things, you know, like you said, I'm a mess right now. If y'all don't know, please tap into that record. It literally is like, it's so gospel-like, it's so love, it's just everything.
Thank you. Thank you.
I do need to, so what I'm hearing is all of this is coming from a real place. Was Charlene an actual relationship that is true? Did she really exist in your real life? This wasn't.
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that her actual name? Like, is Charlene?
No, you can't. No, just when you're writing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's God that gives you something, or sometimes it's a writing partner. But it was just me and the producer in there, and I was just writing all my pain away. And I just moved I moved from New Jersey into my place in Harlem. And I had nothing but time and emotions and stuff. So that came out. And then, come on home to me. And the name Charlene came out. I was like, I appreciate you, big guy. Because I never would have thought of Charlene. So that had to be a gift.
Wow. So who's the real Charlene? Will the real Charlene please stand up?
In due time, probably.
In due time, it's been over 18 years. Do we know?
I know, Jazzie. I know, but this thing's got to be right. Things got to be, it's got to be the right time.
Does the real Charlene
you want it to be peaceful.
Okay, you still want it to be peaceful. Does the real Charlene know who she is?
She may have. She's dropped some hints. She probably like, what's this about? What's all this song about? All this Charlene stuff. What is it about? You know exactly what it's about. So
Charlene is so the real Charlene is still in your life, safe to say.
I see her from time to time, but not like that. We don't see us. I don't see us here.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
Ooh, see, man, you got to be careful when you date.
20 plus years, man. Huh?
You got to be careful when you date singers from I Always Heard. You're going to end up on a record.
Nah, there's a few that won't never make it.
I wonder how would you feel if this happened to you, if someone made a record called, I don't know, Alex, and you know for damn sure it's about Anthony Hamilton. How would you feel? Or has that even happened?
Alex. Part of me would be flattered, but depends on the content. I didn't slay her. I didn't put her down. I just told some pieces of the relationship, how I felt, how it made me feel, and how the relationship was. Yeah. And I didn't really go into really what you did or really what happened. But yeah, it was kind of wasn't nice. It wasn't a nice ending.
Quick question. See, when it comes to this record, when I listened to it, even looking back at the video, it was almost like you were in the wrong. And I was Team Charlene with some of the stuff you were saying. It was like, I should have loved you the way you wanted to be loved. All you wanted was me to be there. So. Yeah,
I had a part in it. But toward the end, it was just like, man, it's me. Like, did it have to go that bad at the end? Like,
okay.
I could have did some things different, but did it have to go all the way? Like, whoo, you didn't remember none of the good?
So tell me, with You Made a Fool of Me, what are we seeing in this video? Is this the sequel? Did she finally come back home, or is this the prequel as to why y'all separated?
This is a little bit of both. And actually, this is my first time seeing this person in 20 years. The Charlene from the video as well. And, she got ghosted. And so it was just kind of amazing and perfect timing for us to find her. Like, we searched for her for a long time. And we found her. And she had some life going on and some things happening. Like, I was like, wow, whoa. Because she just kind of disappeared, fell off the face of the earth. And so now, seeing her again is just like, dang, that time of my life was filled with this. And so it just brings stuff back, certain things back, but yeah.
Now, so speaking of bring it back, let's talk the relationship with you and Jermaine Dupri, who is one of my favorite producers of all time.
Thank you.
Quick fun fact, a lot of people don't know this, but his record, Jazzie Hoes, is the reason why my name is Jazzie.
Oh, for real? For real? Does Diddy know that? Did you ever tell him that?
I never told him that. You're going to have to leak that up. I would love to let him.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. Man.
Off of his album, I think it was in 1472, is that? It is All I Like Is So Jazzy, the type of make it spend all his dough. Showed up for sight, everything you like, the ones you want to make.
Go Jazzy, go Jazzy, go Jazzy. Got pause.
That was one of the reasons why I was like, I really like the name Jazzie. So with your
it fits you though, because you jazzing in a motherfucker, boy. I'm telling you. God almighty.
Thank you.
Praise the Lord. Charlene who? Nigga, Charlene who?
No, so seriously, with Jermaine Dupri, see, I saw him on his Instagram and he was telling how he was so happy to be a part of this record because this is officially the first record as a single of yours that he was a part of. And I was shocked. So I had to go back and do my research and I'm like, yo, he wasn't like, as far as singles are concerned, how did that happen? Talk to me about your working relationship.
You know, I had been signed a few times and from being on Uptown, fast forward to Soul Life with Sunshine Anderson and Atlantic Records with the Nappy Roots and all that stuff. Fast forward, that didn't happen. Things didn't happen like they should have. I worked on some music in my downtime with Mark Batson, who did Charlene, and coming from where I'm from. And I was coming out of a deal. Sang at a brunch. Michael Malden, his father, it was a Grammy brunch. Londell McMillan had that. I sang my ass off. I was at a low place. I sang like this is the last song I got. Isaac Hayes introduced me on stage. Prince was there, Alicia Keys and all this. And so I sang like it was my last chance of singing. Kanye, so many people. Right after I got off the stage, Michael Malden said, I have somebody I need for you to speak to. And I had no idea who Michael Malden was. I was like, okay. And he put Jermaine. And he hooked it up. Jermaine came to the studio. No, I went to Arista. And they played the music. And JD was like, I don't believe you really singing this. I don't believe this is your voice. You sitting here, I don't believe that's your voice. So I sang in the office, and he took me into L.A. Reid, made me sing it again, and pretty much bullied me into a deal in a way. Because, you know, I had Jimmy Iovine was interested at that time, a few people, I think Tim Reed was interested. You know, I had some interest, but he was at I did something at SOBs. Arista came and Bogart, got all the tickets, all the space, and they were just there like, we signed it, you ours. I was like, all right, you know what? And I had met JD back when I was younger, and he was at a party. He was living his life. He was doing it. And I wanted his attention. I wanted to give him my thing. He was like, he wasn't mean, but he was just busy. And he had the Crisscross and them were there too. And I was like, I'll never sign with him. My little feelings were hurt. Because, you know, here I am. It's like, this is my chance. I want him, he gonna like it. He was like, all right, what's up? And, you know, I'll never sign with him. I told him that. And we both laughed, you know. Here I am signed to him in one of the best relationships musically that I've ever had. And he put the album out, coming from where I'm from. And it was already done. It was done. He didn't feel like he needed to touch it. You know, some people can come in and touch it. This I know he's a real musician and a real music person. And not just in it for the fame, he really loves the music. He felt like it didn't need anything. It didn't need him as a producer. I had the idea for Mama Knew Love. So he chopped it up, that Jay-Z record, put Jay-Z on it. I mean, he did it right, but he was like, man, you don't need me. This album it's already ready. We're gonna put it out just like this. Don't shave, don't put on no shiny outfit. L.A. Reid wanted me to put on a shiny outfit and put on a suit, cut my hair, shape it up real hard, and Beijing it out. He wanted me to put a little bit of shorty low on that thing. He wanted me to have a little shorty low on it. But God rest in peace to the amazing. But JD saw the need for me to stay exactly who I was and what I was. He felt like the music, the image, and who I was in real life is what people needed. And thank God, you know, that happened. Because I wasn't ready to change at all.
That's what I was going to ask you. Were you ready to throw on this shiny suit? Was it hung up in the closet and you was looking at it like, I'm really about to do this?
I was about to do that at Uptown. You know, I was going out with Jodeci, opening up for them. And Andre Harrell was about style and fashion. which is cool. It was a different kind of time then.
Yes.
I would have done more of that then, like a young Marvin Gaye. But by this time, I had been well groomed in emotions and life, so the texture was different, and so how I presented myself was how I felt.
Yes.
Damn it, here we are. That's what it was.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that story. See how everything full circle. You was like adamant about not messing with JD because how he handled you early on, his crisscross days. And it just
and he didn't know me. It's like, how, I think about now, like, how was he to give you some? He didn't know you. He didn't know you. I don't even know how I got in the party.
Yeah.
This was a star-studded party. I was like, I think it was Jimmy Jenkins, my manager at the time. Yeah, that's what it was.
I love that you share that story too, because a lot of people, they tend to give up. And like you said, you've been going through the ringer with like labels here and there, and then some interested in you, not knowing where you was going to fit in or how you were going to fit in. What would you say was the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome in the music industry?
The biggest obstacle? Being consistent, being consistently in love with it, being consistently dedicated to it through the good deals, the bad deals, the times when the rent was short, being consistent and knowing like, okay, this is my journey. This is my test. This is my journey. This is my legacy. Everything is riding on this. This is who I'm supposed to be. I knew that from a child when I was 5, 6 years old. I used to say to myself, I'm going to be famous singing. I'm going to be famous singing. I just repeat that to myself. Never really told anybody. I just me. I was introverted anyway as a child. Outgoing when I played, but when it was time for me I needed my space, I would just play by myself, go in my room and just dream and listen to music, put my head to the speaker. Back then, they had the foam or the velvet on the speakers. You could lay on it a little bit. So that's how I spent my time. And I just believed it. I never stopped believing it. But it got harder. The closer you got to it, it got harder. So it seemed like I believed more when I was home. But when you get close to it and you hear, but it's not really happening, you're like, man, am I believing something that's not for real? But it had brought me a long way from Charlotte, North Carolina, all the way to New York City. And I just couldn't give up. So.
Speaking of your upbringing, who would you say inspired you as a singer coming up in North Carolina?
Wow. In North Carolina, there was a few people at Macedonia Baptist Church. This man named Chuck, he used to sing so hard and used to shout, and we had those wooden floors, and he used to scare me because it was hard bottoms. They had them hard bottoms on, and there was something spiritual about it. There was a spirit in there that really, it was haunting, but it was powerful. And I never forgot what that did to me. And, then listening to my uncles who would sing at the church when they had like the anniversaries, the different groups coming in. My biological father, he sang. He's still living. And we're close now. We've been really close for the last maybe 20 years. He almost got signed to Motown, but they didn't believe the guy was a real agent, so they didn't take it serious. But that's where I get my my voice from, my dad and some of my mother's brothers.
When it comes to celebrities, who would you say was the first one where you felt like you saw yourself as far as representation is concerned?
Wow. Coming up, I heard a lot of gospel. I heard a lot of country. And my grandmother was really into the church. So my mom would play hella music. So I sneak over there and listen to music. I heard some Al Green. And how can you mend this broken heart? How can you stop the tears from falling down? So I hear that and I'm like, wow, who and what is that? Later find out his name is Al Green. Marvin Gaye. I heard a lot of Rick James, Gladys Knight. And then as I got older, I fell in love with Natalie Cole. I was younger, older part of my youngest. and she was my girlfriend in my head. And then I fell in love with Whitney Houston's voice, her very first album. All that, I was a big fan of Anita Baker, Jeffrey Osborne. It was so many amazing voices. Then Jodeci was my favorite group of all time, still my favorite group. My homeboys, yeah, man, Jodeci, H-Town, so much, Horace Brown, so.
Nice. And you know, a lot of great talent come out of North Carolina. I mean, is it Fantasia's from out there?
Yeah, Fantasia.
You said Jodeci. Is it Casey and JoJo from there originally?
Casey and JoJo, and yeah, Dalvin and Devontae. And I'm related to Casey and JoJo. And
Fantasia, yes.
I think me and Fantasia too. I think we might be related as well because they're related. So I just want to know which side and where it came. You know, there's some relation somewhere. Relations. And the guy, the tall, dark skin one, Jay Vito with the long beard of the Hamiltons is my cousin as well.
Okay.
So that's some singing moonlighters in my family.
That's what I'm saying.
Good God Almighty, yeah, let them sing.
God cheated. God poured in just a little bit overflow into that family over there.
Man, listen. Yeah, he poured a little something in there. Poured it. Yeah.
If you had to do a biopic of someone, you know biopics are big right now. Who would you like to portray if you had the opportunity?
Otis Redding.
Ooh, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Otis Redding. And if I was light-skinned, I'd do Bill Withers because he's my all-time favorite. I used to text Bill Withers. I still have the text in my phone. I was looking, and I saved it. I may send it to his wife a little later, Miss Corey. But yeah, Bill, he was funny. He embraced me, man, and he was so funny. He talked a lot of trash, but it was some good stuff. Yeah, Slap Fork, West Virginia.
Okay.
And yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Do you have like the biggest compliment you've gotten from someone that shocked the hell out of you? That you was like, wow, you are a fan of me? Who was that?
Prince.
It's my favorite. Tell me, what happened?
Well, I used to sing with D'Angelo. I sung background with D'Angelo on last part of Brown Sugar and the Voodoo Tour. Mm-hmm. And, we got invited to Prince's house and we didn't end up going for whatever reason. D'Angelo, I think back then Prince wouldn't eat meat and no smoking and no drinking and stuff. And so D was like, well, all right, well, maybe I won't go. Because he didn't want, he wanted to go and be comfortable. But he was a big fan of Prince, and Prince was a big fan of his. So for whatever reason, I think it was just the timing. Mm-hmm. But later on, I was invited, once my music started to come out, my solo career, I was invited back to a jam session after the award shows. And he invited me. I ended up going about maybe 9 or 10 times, and to Paisley Park. My friend girl, Shelby, the bald-head girl that sang with him the last 8 years, was also singing with D'Angelo. And he was like, we were at Paisley Park. He's like, I don't know why you're not leading this R&B thing. Like, I don't understand why you're not leading it. I love you. I love your music. But at that moment, Prince wanted me to put out Breakfast Can Wait. He ended up putting it out himself. I was like, I love the song, but I got a deal. It's a raggedy deal right now, but I have a deal. But I wasn't as brave as him. He was like, just put it out anyway. I wasn't that brave, He was already probably sitting on a gazillion million. I was just trying to get it, I was trying to get in the game, like, it's big.
Yeah. So
if I had been a little more daring at that moment, in that part of my life, in that area, I probably would have put it out.
Wow.
But I'm gonna remake it then, just in his honor.
Yeah, please. Thanks for sharing that little history.
Yeah.
This is Black History Music Month. So that's one of the main reasons why I want to sit and speak with you, just to get some backstory as to your coming of, age story, and just to get some backstory on this new record that is banging right now.
And the rest of the album, The rest of the album comes out August.
What can you tell us?
Jermaine Dupri, he produced You Made a Fool of Me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I ain't never done a song like this, ever. We got a few of those.
Mm.
We have a few, he's got a few singles on there, a few bangers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this album, I put it up against Coming From Where I'm From. I do, yeah. In terms of it being classic, huh?
Any features?
I got one with Rick Ross. It's like my life it's a 411 of my life type of he came through on that one. You know, we share the same birthday too, January the 28th. Yep, me, him, J. Cole. Is it Rakim?
Okay.
Might be no Rakim. I think it might be Rakim, but January 28th. We're all Aquarius. So
I like Aquarius. That's my compatible.
Yeah, we pretty good people. We just like a little space, a lot of space, but
yeah, that's true. I don't know too many, but I know I'm compatible with Aquariuses and Gemini.
What are you?
I'm a Libra.
Okay, yeah, you balance. Yeah, little balance. I do.
We be looking for. We try to make it, you know, to where we balance, but it's a constant struggle for us. But we're fair human beings. That's what we are.
Pretty fair.
Yes.
I hear you.
Speaking of fair, now, what I will say, the last record that you did, well, one of the records that you did with Tamika Mallory featured on there.
Yeah.
And it was called Mercy. And that spoke to the times of what's happening. It spoke to the past of what's been happening to our people. And I know you have 6 sons, correct?
6, yeah. 3 older, 3 younger.
6 boys, like raising them, what's happening right now. Like, what's the conversation like when you talk to them about racism?
You know, I tell my older boys to get home safely, being smart and not engaging in ignorance doesn't make you weak.
Right.
You know, it's about being wise, using wisdom.
Right.
We're at an age now, like we're a threat. You know, the older you get as a Black man, you become a threat. You're not cute. That cute little boy who could have been on the Huxtables. You're a threat. So your job is to get home safely, and we'll fix the rest of it. You need to cry on my shoulder. You need to snot it out or whatever.
Yeah.
We can do that. But if you don't make it home, we can't fix it. And you know, just be wise. Just be wise and be careful. And don't let anger get the best of you. You don't have to battle ego for ego. You know you're a man. You know you're a king. You know you're great. Your greatness. Your dad is great. Your granddaddy was great. Your mom was great. So you know that already. So but you ain't got to boast. You ain't got to tuck your tail either. So we're not tucking our tail. But we definitely, you know, we don't have to, you know, we don't have to, you know, because ignorance is ignorant and it wants to be ignited. And so you got to outsmart that evil, ignorant spirit. And I tell my little boys, like, you know, you can play, be friends, and love anybody who feels like they love you. And if it feels real, be safe and be careful. I said, but we've been through a lot as brown and Black people. We go through a lot. And I let them see what happened, the George Floyd stuff, and I let them see what happened in certain movies. So I don't want them to be so sheltered that they're naive. You know, I let them know that you're young kings, and Daddy's done a lot of work to get you in a place to where you can have a pretty decent life. And hopefully you don't have to experience a lot of what people before me and grandparents went through. Be smart. Just because Daddy made it doesn't mean you've all the way made it. You still have to do the work. I tell them all, you still have to do the work. And you're creating characters in your own movie and in your own book. And the character that you're creating is going to follow you the rest of your life. So be careful in who you create. Be proud of that person all the time. And love yourself. Yeah.
So I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's perfect.
No problem.
Heard that.
And if they don't listen to that, I'll pull out that leather belt like old school, because I'll tear y'all tail up. No, I'll tear them buns up. But I don't have to do pop them no more. They old enough now to talk.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie, it worked for me. I know it ain't everybody.
Nah, I got my butt. That's why I can holler like that. When I sing like that and I holler, grandma did that. My mom and grandma did that.
They used to sing when they gave you a whooping?
No, they pop the holler in you. You do that.
Now we know where it's coming.
They will go pop the holler in you, man. Pop the holler in you. Wow. All them church people you hear, John P. Key, all of them, you got the holler pop in them. That's why they can squall like that. All that. That comes from getting the holler popped in you.
I love that. Now, before you go, I want to play a quick game with you. I like to call Confessionals. It's just questions that usually warrants one-word answers. You ready?
I'm ready.
Favorite song to sing? Favorite song to sing? That's could be yours or not yours.
Superstar by Luther Vandross.
Nice. Dream collaboration, someone you would love to work with that you haven't worked with yet.
Ah, man. D'Angelo.
Mm-hmm.
And Kanye West. And Drake.
Okay.
And Jazzie.
Okay. I take all of that.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan. Woo! Please make that happen.
Yeah.
Please do that.
Her, it's a few of them.
Do you have a favorite gospel record?
Favorite gospel record? Yes, James Cleveland. I don't feel no waste time, Lord. Come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. Don't believe you brought me this far to leave me. That's the pop version of it. I can get the ugly version another time.
Ooh, and I'll be here for it, please.
Yes, ma'am.
When it comes to the song China Black, I have to ask this. As your fan and your fans out there, I feel like I've seen this online where they have debates as to what's the meaning of that song. Can you please, Anthony Hamilton, tell us what's the meaning of China Black? Because some people think it's about drugs, some people think it's about another woman, some people think it's about addiction. What is China Black about?
China Black is the place I had to go to, coming up, I've seen a lot. Domestic violence, I've seen people drinking too much and drugs and all that stuff. So China Black is a place that I went to inside myself, where I felt safe. I could travel anywhere, I could be anything. It was that place that I felt protected. That's what China Black is.
So it's not
and
about
most of the time that was anywhere close to my grandmother's place. Whether it was outside in her backyard or behind that big green couch that I speak about. In my book, I have a book called Cornbread, Fish, and Collard Greens that tells about all those stories. But China Black is a safe place for me.
Safe place, going inward, finding your safe place inside. Ooh, I love that. That was deep. Okay, I felt that one.
No, it's just true. China Black is like an open road, takes me places, helps carry the load. I can depend on when times are cold. Man.
Well, there you have it, fans. Y'all know what China Black is about. Now, before it's all said and done, how would Anthony Hamilton like to be remembered at the end of the day?
How would I like to be remembered? What my legacy? What I wanted to feel and sound like. I want people to know that I was here. I was a man for the people. That I loved hard, passionately. I gave from a deep place, and that brother was matter of fact. He was exactly what he said he was, what he walked like. his boots and his hats and his voice, all of it. It was a perfect texture. He was a man of the people and a hell of a father.
A hell of a father. Man,
Yeah.
people and love hard. So wait, are you single? That was a part of my question there, but are you? What's going on?
Yes, I am. I'm single. Yes, ma'am.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your type?
I
I was trying to do a matchmaker real quick.
I like a go-getter. I like a woman who's invested in herself, has a level of her own happiness, and doesn't really need me, but appreciates me, and I can add to her beauty already. I love a shapely woman. I love good, full lips, bright smile, big eyes, kind of slanted. Dimples are nice. Yeah.
Sorry.
I love a sister.
A sister.
Yeah. I think Black women are amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's beauty in every race, but Black women, they got my heart.
I like that. See what you did there. Would you get married again?
Of course I would.
You
Yeah.
would?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some people will run from that after experiencing it for a very long time.
I didn't have I was married 10 years. I didn't have a horrible marriage. It wasn't bad. It was mostly me not knowing how to balance giving my all to my fans and to everybody else, and exhausting myself and then come home and it wasn't my best me a lot of times. But I've learned that, and people grow and we grow different, and you learn from it. But she was a great wife. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I have nothing bad to say about her.
I love it too. Okay, lastly, one request. Charlene, we love that she's back. She looked amazing. The song is amazing. You just explained what China Black is really about. It's not about a woman. Lucille, I love that song as well.
I just sang that. I did for this a show that's coming up. We just rehearsed that acoustic version of it. It's beautiful. There's a few acoustic songs that it's just so beautiful. It's a magical moment. You should check it out.
Well, your voice is magical. So my one
Thank you.
request is, Lucille, Charlene, can we do a Jazzie?
I'm gonna get right on that.
I just want to be featured in that song by you.
Look,
by you. I don't want no rappers shouting me out. I'm cool with all that. I think that happened one time. Shout out to Young and May. She shouted me out on the record.
Oh yeah, Young and May was trying. She was coming for you, huh? She got good taste.
Thank you. Now I need you to hook me up.
Young and May, don't put your hitters on me. Don't put your hitters on me. I got hitters.
I believe she's moved on. I'm old news now. It's okay.
What were you asking me to get? So doing a song. So you gotta promise you'll be in the video.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
you better get me while the getting is good. Everything is still in place. Everything forever, Anthony. I would love to be.
I got you. I'm gonna move on it right quick.
Please, even if it's not Jazzie, you could be singing about Francine. I will play her.
Look, I'll make it beautiful.
That would be actually a dream come true. So I would love that.
All right. I look forward to it too.
Thank you so much for this interview. I had so much fun. Anything you want to tell your fans that you got coming up? I know you said I saw on your Instagram that you have this show coming up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Atlanta for Juneteenth. I think it's June 19th. I'll be in Atlanta at Chastain Park. And I look forward to seeing you all there. The world is opening back up. Still be careful. I had COVID pretty bad in December. And, I was in the hospital 2 weeks and everything, but I'm here. I'm singing. The lungs still working. I worked it all out. The new album comes out August. And get that new single, download it, stream it. Let's take this thing to #1. You Made a Fool of Me, produced by Jermaine Dupri, by your boy Anthony Hamilton. Get that book and keep loving on Jazzie, y'all, and tune in to her show. Take her to the top.